1 second. All right, it's Notion, right?
Yep.
Okay. So updates, main updates. It's the new release and upgrades that we're doing, and so we made the V31 upgrades on testnet last week. That went well. There wasn't any issues. We also reduced the bug time on testnet. Can you just mute yourself, Dennis? I hear the keyboard.
Come again?
I hear your keyboard. Can you just mute yourself?
No, I'm muted. Everyone can.
That was me, sorry.
Oh, okay. No worry. And so this week we're gonna make the V31 upgrade on testnet on mainnet. And finally, we started the work for V32 that will include the upgrades to the next Cosmos ZK version, which is in theory seems to be necessary to migrate to the new Cosmos EVM module. So the new Cosmos leadership, they're gonna release some sort of official EVM module that will be maintained in the long run. So we're gonna migrate to this module so we can benefit from the latest Go Ethereum upgrade and all those kind of things. We're gonna also integrate the Zeta token to the gateway. So you will be able to use the gateway with Zeta the same as you do with ERC20 or gas token. This one, I hope we could make it, but we can make it, although I think it's fully on Zeta client, so that can be outside of a chain release, but it's integrated, authenticated call for Sui. Right now, you can only call smart contract on Sui that can't handle like a specific sender. So that will increase the capabilities that you can do with Sui. Finally, some reliability on the testing side. Yeah, in particular, improving the live network end-to-end tests that we're running. So we will make things like better monitoring for the live networks. So yeah, that's the main things. Anything to add? How does it sound to you, Charlie?
All sounds right.
All right, so Cosmos V53 upgrades. Stefan, you said worked on this. I see there are some PRs open. Is there anything on your side?
Yeah, so I opened pull requests. They are simple for this upgrade. The only mandatory thing is just some small wiring to adding auth module in pre-blockers. The rest of the functionality is optional. So currently I'm just creating PRs for that mandatory things. The only thing I'm still looking a bit is failing test on Ethermint side, which is not super priority because ideally we will migrate that anyways to EVM module. And I'm just looking into some indirect dependencies. Some bunch of indirect dependencies were added, so I'm just verifying that is needed, but that should be ready for review soon. And yeah, after that, I will also have PRs to migrate to Go Ethereum. So it's aligned and prepared to try and plug in EVM module. So that is the plan.
Okay. Go Ethereum, do you mean Cosmos
To
EVM
upgrade,
module?
sorry, yeah. Yeah, no, just to upgrade the Go Ethereum as a first step because they also use, I think, 1.15.
Okay.
So just to have like a smaller PRs as a prep work, because I took a look, there is not a lot of changes needed, I think, for that. For Go
Okay.
Ethereum upgrade, yeah.
And wouldn't it be simpler to just directly use the Cosmos EVM module instead of, like you mentioned, Ethereum test failing. Like, yeah, I don't think that matters as much. If we, in the same release, we're gonna upgrade the Cosmos to the Cosmos EVM module.
Yeah, I agree. I think I won't spend time fixing Ethereum build for now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have any blockers? Do you need any help on that right now?
No, at the moment, no. I will let you know.
Okay. And when do you think the node peer is gonna be open for review?
Well, I can open it. I will open it today, basically. Just if you go
Okay.
to the go.mod, there are a bunch of indirect dependencies which I don't understand. If you scroll a bit below, you will see the whole block added. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
So yeah, that is a little bit weird to me. So I just wanted to take a look to see if it's needed, but I think it has to be, because if you run go mode tidy, it will just add everything that's coming from direct dependency. So, but yeah, I will open PR today. All the tests are passing, so that's good.
Okay.
So yeah.
ByteDance is not a TikTok.
I don't know. I think it's all coming from the Go Gather package. I think it's something like that, which is not updated now. So
Yeah,
that
ByteDance
is
is TikTok. ByteDance is the parent company of TikTok, but they do everything.
Okay. That's funny.
yeah. So
But this is currently okay.
Yeah, probably
this is pretty well
some.
known. The Sonic library. I mean, they put out a good amount of like open source software.
Are you a contributor of it, Peter?
No, they just developed this around the time that I was there.
Okay. You want to say something, Stefan?
No, just I will open it for you today. Just verifying this to see if I didn't accidentally upgraded something, but I don't think so.
Okay. And so there were almost no change.
No, the only change is in the that import. You see the one that you had in tests at the end. But that import I verified is also used in the Cosmos SDK code base, so that is legit. And in the app.go, there is just this small wiring in the pre-blockers. And
Okay.
all the rest of the changes are opt-in changes or optional modules, which I didn't add now because that is like additional functionality that we don't have planned yet. So I don't think there is a need to add optional modules at the moment.
Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, it was in 2 weeks, like the work on Cosmos EVM likely is gonna be in good shape.
Yeah, in 2 weeks, yeah, at least we will know if there is like a huge blocker or we will finish it. So that's my estimate, I think. Because if it
Okay.
turns out there is some huge refactoring needed, at least we will know by then.
Okay. And the EVM module, the official V1 will be in July. So we can just prepare everything. Then eventually there is another version to upgrade, and we'll be good for that.
Okay.
Let's move on. ZetaToken integration. Tell me you started working on the end-to-end tests to initialize the migrating logic. Do you have anything to update on that?
Yeah. So this PR, it has the end-to-end test for the migration. The migration itself is working fine. I am adding some few tests with the V2 flow to make sure that after the migration, we are able to use the V2 flow properly. And yeah, I should be able to raise the PR for like together. For these two things, I see there is one more issue which has a list of other end-to-end tests which need to be migrated into V2. I'll probably do that in like a separate PR.
Yeah, I see a lot of things. I think if we have a test that is prepared, that we can already put it open for review. Like for example, the migrate connector font, I think it's better if we make just dedicated PR for this.
Okay.
So yeah, it should be carefully reviewed.
Okay. So basically you want to remove the V2 test and just have a PR for this.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, we can remove it and just put it in separate PR, and then we still have the test PR. But it's not gonna work because, but I mean, we just have the structure, and then we're gonna add to this one.
Makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I can do that. And also like for this PR, it does the migration, but we don't update the chain params at the end, because if we update the chain params, then the V1 flows stop working.
Yeah, we're gonna pause the V1 contract. We migrate, then you pause, and then you update the chain params.
Okay. Yeah, that's what this does.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll raise this for review then.
Okay. Yeah, so and the test, the deposits is supposed to work. I think there are a lot of things to change.
Yeah,
The-
I made some small changes on the Zeta client side for this to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's great if we could break down things, and that will be simpler to you.
Sure.
And yeah, I think that will be great by end of this week to complete like the structure of the test and having the migration logic. So we'll have a like clear view of what will need to be done on the operational side.
Okay.
On the local net integration side, yeah, this one is pretty much ready to be merged. Sergeant?
Yeah, it's yeah, you can review it again. I made a small change after your comment. I just split. I created the new files for the Zeta deposits just to split the logic.
Okay.
So yeah, it's ready. It's ready maybe for a review again and then for merge.
Okay. And did you have the chance to test it, or Denise?
Actually,
As-
I tested it during the implementation. It's tested, but yeah, I will test it with the example contracts made.
Okay. I mean, yeah. On your side, Dennis, does the workflow looks good?
Yeah, on a high level. I haven't tested it yet, but we'll definitely do it.
Okay. And on the next step, do you know already what to do next?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only next step from my side is to complete the migration docs, but I will do that after it's clear what we should do on the operational side.
Okay. For this one, so we have the registry on mainnet. No, is it still?
It's possible to do it now. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think if we can do this one next, that would be great. So then I believe we'll have everything on the smart contract side.
And you can also add it on the Notion, completing the migration docs.
It's good. So I believe this can be done this week. Are you confident on that?
Yeah, sure. From the contract side, yeah, it will be done. Yeah, tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah, so this one, we have Pierre for this one. If you can just remember to connect the...
Yeah, sure.
So that sounds good. I think we're on a good track for the Zeta integration to the gateway. And next step, I think we're gonna synchronize maybe later this week and maybe check if there are some help you could give on the blockchain side.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. I guess let's move on. I've end-to-end test reliability. Yeah, we talked about that. ZetaChain. You worked on many incidents this week, but yeah, I was wondering, did you have a chance to look at this one?
The night test.
Yes.
I just checked. Firstly, I think Tam might also look into the arrows as well. And I just added the deposit and call withdraw call to the UVM test. And today I found that the Arbitrum and Avalanche withdraw and call somehow were not working. And Binance, Ethereum, Base working fine. So need to figure out what's wrong with the two networks. Maybe just the number and just the amount, something.
Okay, that's
So-
the failure we saw on Slack.
So then that's all Athens, because I want to keep the test before
merge the PR the mainnet.
Okay. So Arbitrum and Avalanche, you said?
Yeah, right. With join call.
Just withdraw and call and not deposit and call.
Deposit and call are working fine.
Okay. Okay. We can check. But so other than that, the withdraw and call on the other chain is working.
Deposit and call on
I
other
think
chain.
I can help on that. That it might just be because we don't have the smart contract deployed. You need a smart contract deployed. Do you check that?
We don't have the smart contract, like the connected smart contract, a program deployed on Solana DevNet or Solana mainnet.
Okay. Well, so we're still investigating on that.
You mean the EVM chain or some other chain? I'm going to investigate into the Arbitrum and Avalanche.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I asked. Sounds good. Also, today you worked on a fix for Bitcoin. Was everything clear on this, or was there anything to discuss?
For this one, I think, so if you scroll down, so originally the Bitsmiley team, they found the issue that regarding to the wrong sender address, which is irrelevant to this change. So I think it should be fine as long as this modification won't hurt the Bitsmiley the app.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that was my original question, but I will check the PR more details. But so this fixed the issue you tested. Did you add a test for the sender?
Yeah, so I modified the E3 test to make sure the sender address and origin matches the inscription initiator address.
Okay. And yeah, other than that, so next step, I think that would be great if you can look into authenticate call for SWI.
Okay, this is like the arbitrary call for EVM chain, right?
No, it's authenticated call.
Okay.
There's no like distinction in SWI because the chain is a bit different. So by default, it's all like call smart contracts without authentication, but it's something we should add to increase the feature that you can have with SWI. So we'll send it to you, and I think we're gonna think later today. This week once we make some progress on the live network test.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Right. Regarding bug reviews, anything someone want to talk about? So there's this one. I think there were no follow-up. So it's still something should work. Look into this.
I mean, if it's not closed, then probably yes. Haven't looked into that, but
Okay. Yeah, you can check my question. It's a bigger bug. We can spend some time on it. Regarding this one, so there's some issue. Is it something so relevant?
So I looked at this one again recently and verified that it was still present on mainnet, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, based on the description and what we thought of before, I think like in order to fix this, we'd essentially have to go back to the version that made this block, patch that, and then resync from that block, right?
Yeah, I think it's complicated to me.
Yeah, it seems like it was a problem in the debug trace block by number method itself. And so maybe, so here's a question. If we change how EVM plumbing works inside of ZetaChain, is this going to create more issues like this or potentially resolve it?
Yeah. So this is the EVM module, right?
Yeah, it's going to be coming in. That looks like an EVM module call. Someone's expecting it to work like it's pointed at a Geffen.
Yeah. So I'll put this one here. So we can revise the issue once we upgrade to the official EVM module. So yeah, here like we have an epic for the transition to the new Cosmos EVM module, and there are a bunch of bugs with EVM module we used to have that was non-trivial to fix. So they are just here. Once we upgrade to the new Cosmos EVM module, we're just gonna do a walkthrough, see why it's still relevant, and hopefully some of them maybe hopefully all of them will be fixed. We'll see how it goes.
Cool.
Okay, otherwise, I think that's all the bugs. As usual, we should spend some more time to walk through those. The gas limits, yeah, that's good. We should create the proposal for that after mainnet upgrade. This one is tracked for the Cosmos EVM module. Otherwise, that's all the bugs. This one didn't receive any comments. Is there anything important regarding this one?
I thought we'd address this one with a limit in the contracts.
Yeah. Normally, I think it's something different. I think we should follow up on this one. Okay. Are there other issues someone wanted to talk about? Or anything else protocol related?
Yeah, just a quick thing regarding the CI test. There is a test for the upgrade test with mainnet data. That has been failing for a while, and the reason is the mainnet state is so big now that downloading it takes a lot of time, and the test just times out before that. Yeah, maybe for one thing, we should reduce the frequency of this test, which I can do. And the other thing is like, do we want to support this test like long term? Because like the state keeps growing, so this will just take more and more time in the future.
Yeah, I think it's an important test to have. I think right now it lives in like the GitHub action, which probably isn't the best for it. Like it should probably be pulled out into like one of our Kubernetes environments and then just run automatically like once a week or something. We kind of knew this was going to happen eventually with the size growing. Yeah, Chris, I don't know if you've got thoughts on it, but that's just my gut reaction.
Sorry, I was heads down reading a resume.
Oh, just talking about the live upgrade test failing because the mainnet state growth is so big, and I believe it currently lives in a GitHub workflow.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's something we should probably keep. Like we should keep the test, but probably move it out of GitHub and run it somewhere else where timeouts are less of a concern.
Agreed.
Okay. Do we have an issue for that?
No, we should create one after this. Actually, I guess unless there is one time A that you know of.
Okay.
I don't think that should be in this repo.
Yeah, if you can create one for that, I think keeping in the node repo makes sense, and then we can just assign it out from there.
Okay, thanks for bringing that up. So yeah, it's gonna be short for this mainnet upgrade to implement.
Sorry, what do you mean?
So we have the mainnet upgrades later this week.
Yep. So yeah, V31 will go live on Thursday. The governance proposal is created for that. And the updates are kind of what you said before. And then we're also going to increase the block signing window. So this is just an update for everyone listening. We're going to be increasing the block signing window just a little bit because we're also planning to increase the block time speed. So we're going to go down from we're about 6 seconds now. We'll be around 4 seconds. That should go live. It's going to be kind of gradually implemented after V31 goes live. It won't be immediately. And so we're going to increase the block signing window to give operators the same chronological time to sort of allow for issues and maintenance, but it'll be an increased number of blocks because of the increased block speed.
Okay.
And the other update on that is we've had a proposal. It's been in Discord for a while now around reducing the size of the active validator set. Right now we have about 100 validators, and we're going to be reducing that down to 60. And that is largely to try and improve block speeds even more. So we're going from 6 seconds down to 4 seconds. And then we believe that reducing this will allow us to go faster. and it doesn't significantly impact the security of the network. The bottom 40 control like 1 or 1.5% of the voting power. So by removing those, we reduce the like P2P overhead without impacting the security of it, and security of anything.
All good. Cool. I think that's it then. Anything else someone wants to share? Yeah, I don't see anyone in the call.
No, I think the only thing I got to add is for those people listening, right? So you talked before about our connectivity improvements, right? So Solana withdrawal call is going to be going live on mainnet in the near future here. And then if people listening, if you have any other, connectivity things you want to see, like reach out to us. Like we want to know, how do people want to use ZetaChain? Do you want to be able to buy NFTs on Avalanche using your native Solana or native BTC? Like these are things that that are pretty much already supported, but we want to know what type of interoperability you guys want to see in your blockchain.
That makes sense. All right. I think that's it.
Thanks all.
Have a great week, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone.